So I had another crazy dream. In this dream, we were in what I believe was a military school. On the inside of the building, it was very military-esque, and on the outside of the building, it was very much so residential. Having said that, we had a literary class. And in this class, the instructor read a passage from a book or whatever it was that she was reading. And then during her lecture, she had said that the women in the story had been bewitched. That is what she said. And then I simply, I think I paraphrased it, but something along the lines of blah, 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 the women were bewitched. I only repeated what the fuck she said. Next thing you know, you got Billy and motherfucking Ray Ray behind me jumping down my throat, okay? Jumping down my throat. I said, well, what is your problem? They said, oh no, you're talking about witchcraft and you're talking about hocus pocus mumbo jumbo. I said, no, I just repeated what the instructor said. Did you not just hear her say that the women in the book were bewitched? I only said that they were bewitched, girl. I don't understand what the problem is. So they were like, oh no, you need to apologize for your transgressions and you need to apologize for this witchcraft and these spells that you are casting. I'm like, you're joking, right? Like they were so intense that they had to be joking. I'm like, as all of what I said, that's what you took from what I only repeated what she said. I don't understand why you're taking it to the next level. So they were like, oh no, you have 10 seconds to apologize or it's gonna be a motherfucking problem. So now it's escalating. I'm trying to figure out where they're coming from because it was so left field that I was at a loss for words because I'm like, you're really gonna take it to the next level just because I repeated what our instructors, were you sleeping during the lecture, bitch? She just said what I just said. I don't understand. So next thing I knew, they started taking off their little workers coat. You know how you go to Walmart and they got those overalls, those really thick overalls where like for the winter time where you wear your Timbs or your workman boots. Bitch, they had on like those thick ass coats. They were taking off their coats and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. They're really gonna try to fight me over this? At the end of the day, bitch, I don't wanna fight you. I really don't wanna fight you. But the way that it's looking is you're not really giving me too much of an option, are you? So I'm like, okay, bitch, you wanna go that route with me, bitch? And then I started getting upset because I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and have you disrespecting me, bitch, in front of all of the class. First of all, even if it was just me and you, bitch, it would still be a motherfucking problem. But the bottom line is, bitch, I'm not gonna sit here and have this stupid bitch disrespecting me just because she is too ignorant, too fucking stupid to understand what the fuck I said. Oh no. They didn't come at me all at once, so I will give them that. But the point is, okay, they were taller than me, they had more weight than me, and I'm like, you really are gonna try to jump on me over this? I really was still blown away at the fact that they wanted to fight me just because I repeated what our instructor said. I'm saying, if you wanna fight me, you ought to wanna fight her too, because bitch, the only reason why I said it is because she said it. So the first girl was walking towards me and I said, okay, Quadir, she might be bigger than you, she might be stronger than you, bitch. I said, but you have a couple things that she don't got. Okay, bitch, you have a brain, you can outwit this bitch, you can outsmart this bitch, and you can outspeed this bitch. She tried to lunge at me, bitch, and I jumped up and wrapped my legs around her waist, and I was above her, and I was just clocking this bitch like, bitch. I went ham and cheese on pumpernickel, and bitch, no tea, no shade, I wore this bitch out, and she kept slamming me into the wall trying to get me to let her go, but I said, oh no. What I'm not gonna sit here and do is let up on this bitch. I will break my hand over top this bitch head before I release her. The only way I'm releasing this bitch is if she is unconscious. I'm not gonna sit here because the last thing I'm gonna do is be like, oh my God, you know my hand is hurting, let me stop punching this bitch so she can slam me to the ground and beat me to death. Oh no, you won't, bitch. So I continue to beat this bitch over top of her motherfucking head, and the next thing I know, she collapsed to the ground. Then the second guy was coming up to me, and he was even bigger and fatter than the first guy that I was fighting. So now he lunged at me too, and I juked him a little bit. I had to juke his ass, and then I jumped on him from behind. I jumped on his ass from behind, and I had him in a chokehold, and then I kind of was like whopping his ass too. And then he was trying to like pull my hair and stuff like that and to fling me over. But I said, oh bitch, one thing you need to know about me, girl, I'm not tender-headed. I said, I don't want you to pull my hair out just because I don't want you to pull my hair out. But girl, if you pull my hair out, girl, that's perfectly fine with me, bitch, because it will grow back, girl. So it's really no tea, nor is it any shade, bitch. And then everybody in the class was like, you know what? Thank you for beating both their asses, because everybody has been tormented by them. Everybody has been, they bully everyone. You ain't the first bitch that they have tried that with you, but you're the first bitch to stand up to them, but you're not the first bitch that they tried that with. I'm like, wait a minute. So it wasn't just me, it was you too. They were like, yes, it was us too. And thank you so much for liberating the class, because bitch, they were carrying. You are not the first bitch that they have tried for something stupid like that. So I was like, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Then the next thing I know, you have a whole biker gang rolling up the street. This is where the shit went to the left. Well, it didn't really go to the left, but it kind of did go to the left. So now you got a whole group of people coming up in here, and I'm like, oh my God, they're probably here to avenge their friends. But really, it's not. I don't see how you can avenge someone that started a fight. I never understood the logic of people that want to avenge someone that started the fight. How are you gonna be mad? You started the fight with me, then you got beat up and you are upset? No ma'am, no God. No. You're not gonna sit here disrespect me, then I come for your ass and you cannot take what I'm serving you, and suddenly now you're feeling some type of motherfucking way, bitch, will blow up. Because at the end of the day, bitch, you came for me. So I said, girl, no tea, no shade. I done already proved myself. I've already beat both these bitches up. I'm not in the mood to take on an entire gang. And the first time I got into the fight with both the other two bitches, nobody really came to help me out. So I doubt that anybody's gonna help me out with an entire gang of girls. So I said, let me just go out the back door, because I don't even know who placed this fucking phone call. And that's another thing too. I'm like, well, if both of them are knocked out unconscious, who made the phone call? So while all of these bitches is like, yeah, giving me props, bitch, one of you is a messy bitch. Who made the call? Who made the call? That's what I'm thinking. Who made the call? Because someone had to be up in here like,
oh girl, I can't be on the phone too long, but no tea, no shade, Quadira knocked out your cousin, and girl, no ma'am.
Anyway, I go out the back door. They end up catching up to me, and I was like, listen, honestly, I'm gonna tell you like I told your family that I beat up. I said, I don't want any problems. I really am not pressed on fighting with you. I wasn't even pressed on fighting them. They gave me absolutely no choice. I didn't want to fight them. They wanted to fight me over something really stupid. I told them that I didn't want to fight. They refused to take any heed to my warning. I said, I'm not a violent person, but I will defend myself, and they gave me no option. They were taking off their jackets, and they came at me, and I defended myself. And to my surprise, the family was actually very reasonable. The biker gang, they were like, okay, because you know what, Billy, Ray, Tommy, whatever the fuck his name was, they were like, yeah, they are a little bit half-baked, and so, you know, maybe you taught them a lesson, and maybe, who knows? And they even invited me to dinner, but before we actually got to the dinner scene in my dream, I woke the fuck up. On that note, that was the dream. For all my new subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in. For all of my ride or die girls that have been with me for a while, thank you so much for staying with the kid. Make sure you check out all the previous videos and, you know, take a look around, whatever the case may be. For all of those girls that are on PS3, make sure you add me on your network. I have Battlefield 3, Borderlands 2, and then I have the new Grand Theft Auto, thanks to my homie Larry. So if you have any of those games, I would love to collaborate and play with you. So having said all that, until next time, that's all there is.